Hey guys, my name is Marcel. Today I've got a MantisX x10. This is going to be part one of a two-part review of this thing. Before we jump in, a little bit of a disclaimer. I did get this thing for free in exchange for a review, so you're going to get my honest opinions of this thing. So first things first, let's do an unboxing. Okay, let's open this guy up. So I'll take the wrapper off. Comes in a box. Okay. A little quick start guide and a little nifty little carry case. Let's open that guy up. What do we got? Okay, so we have what looks to be a rail section. Okay, so this is something you can clamp to like a rifle barrel from the looks of it. We have the actual unit up here, sticker, charging cable, some shims maybe. That might be for the clamping to shim that. What do we got? That is a universal rail system or mounting thing, and a bunch of nuts and bolts. Okay, let's get this stuff out of the way. Well, we're gonna need this, and we're gonna need this guy. So here's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm going to be doing some dry fire and some live fire with my X5, right? The problem is, if I were to mount this guy down here, I wouldn't be able to use the holster, and that's what like half of the use of this thing is getting some metrics on your draw stroke. So what they do is they include this nifty bit of rail section. It's got a little sticky pad. So what you do is you stick it on the base of your mag. You stick the MantisX on that, and it still picks up everything. So the cool thing is the MantisX is based off a gyroscope. You don't really need to have it in one specific spot. It can go anywhere, and it just deals with all the gyros. Let's get that rail section on this guy. Get that out of the way. Don't need this. Comes with a little alcohol swab, which is quite nifty. Just a little thing. Wipe that off. You can see from all the dings, this mag has been used quite a lot. I shoot it quite often. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Take that guy off. Just gonna stick it right on there. Press and hold a little bit. Just gonna set it down like that. Keep the weight on it for a little bit. That'll be ready to go in like a minute. So the next step is I need to actually download that app. I've downloaded the app, I've got that set up, I signed into my account. I need to pair this to my phone. Pretty straightforward. I'm gonna hit the little button till this blinks green, then I'm gonna click connect right here. Searching, boom, and I'm already in. I'm just gonna go through the introductory training here just to see how this app works. It's telling me to hit open training. Okay, cool. So before I do anything, gotta hook this guy to my mag. Conveniently, there's a little lever right here. You just pull that lever and then slide it onto the rail section. Boom, all set and done. It needs to calibrate, so set gun down on a still surface. Okay, me too. That's fine, so off. Okay. Cool, so it might have just had a little bit of a weird glitch there, but restarting the sensor worked. So you also can select the positioning of the Mantis. So it looks like I have mine just in the forward configuration, so I'm gonna leave it like that. Forward configuration, meaning the little angle is towards the back. Let's hit start. Go ahead and take 5 shots. So I'm just gonna aim off in the distance there. Okay. So tap the stop button and see the summary. Interesting. Reading the shot chart. That one's a thing. Okay, so it's gonna tell me how far off I am based on those little red marks. Apparently I have a 92.4 score. Not quite sure what that means. Okay. I know for sure that I pulled one to the left and I felt it, and I pulled one to the right and that is all to do with this. And that's actually why I'm kind of happy that I have this, because I can get that analysis. I mean, I can see it in the red dot when I'm dry firing, but one of the things I want to do with this is actually take this to the range and live fire with it and see what happens. Especially multi-shot fast splits. Ooh, that's nifty. So this will tell me where my stuff is tracking. You can see the trace of what's happening. Huh, okay, so that pattern right there, the up, wiggle, down, and in, that is what I see happening with my red dot a lot. And now, I didn't see the red dot move more than maybe an inch on the wall down there, and that's about 30 feet away. So in realistic terms, like, this movement is minuscule, and it didn't change much on the target. So when I'm actually shooting fast, like this curve, I see this curve on the target at distance, which means that my dot is moving across about a 1 foot area. What's the next part of the introduction? Perform the benchmark drill and review the trace of your lowest score shot. Okay. Measure precision and performance over time. Take 10 shots. Focus on the precision of every shot. The exact moment the trigger breaks should surprise you each time. This drill is not timed. Okay, let's give that a shot. Okay, so that's 10 shots, average of 94.5. They were all up there. What does that mean? Healing. It means the support hand is pushing the gun up and the firearm pivots around the shoulder joint of the dominant arm. Keep your dominant arm and shoulder in place to prevent any movement. Use the support hand to pull the firearm directly back towards your primary shoulder. That's actually not a good way of controlling recoil. The better way is to actually create tension in your hands. So the suggestion is I need to pull and I need to push. That's old school teaching. The new teaching is lock out your wrists, grasp tight, relax everything else, and this will just happen, all right? Let's go back. Let's see what the next item is. Do 10 shots in the support hand only drill. Goal, precision shooting using only your non-dominant support hand. Shooting using only your support hand. We're gonna hit start. So why is that not recording anything? I thought I hit start. Let's try that again. Let's just fire one. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, so it did it again. It's not recording shots. So what if I go upright? Okay. Looks like I've discovered an issue. So I know I'm seated, but I'm fairly good at isolating my core and upper body from my lower body. So my entire upper body isn't really changing much, and I can actually feel it in my abs already as I'm tensing and doing everything. But the way I shoot, there's a little bit of a quick drill or a little quick instruction on how I shoot. So strong hand or freestyle, nothing much crazy here. Strong hand, I shoot pretty standard, right? Nothing much changes here. But weak hand, when I shoot weak hand, I cant the gun over, right? And that's because right here, it's just natural for where I sit. And it actually means my right eye is still seeing the dot as normal. I'm not trying to do some unnatural pushing the gun over and then over to my face. I just punch out and there's the gun, right? So I end up in a very angled space. This does not seem to be picking up the angled shots. So let's try that strong hand. Let's see what happens. It'll pick that up. So what if I come across? Picks that up. But weak hand. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'll have to figure that out, why that's happening. let's see if we cannot skip forward. So I'm just gonna, cool. Okay, so I totally cheated this drill. We'll see what the next instruction is. In the history tab, review the spider chart and possible causes for your first 5-shot session. That means I'm supposed to be looking at this stuff. There we go. Slapping the trigger. Ha! You can slap the trigger and not have the gun move. That's like how competition works. You shoot fast. That right there is a flinch while slapping the trigger. Okay, so we've got that completed. Cool. The basic combat course. So, anyways, thanks for sticking around for a little bit. I'm gonna go take this out for a live fire, and we'll see what happens when I think about it after I've done the live fire. We'll see what the feedback is, see what's wrong with me. I know there's a bunch of things wrong with me, and it's mostly to do with this. But I am very much looking forward to doing the holster draw analysis, and I'm also expecting it to tell me that I'm doing everything wrong. Yeah, we'll get to that in part 2. Thanks for sticking around. See you in part 2.